Hi everybody. Today I want to make a short video, and I really do intend to keep it short, on the topic of should Christians be preppers? This might sound a little ridiculous to some of you, but I can assure you that I have in the past, this is not my first YouTube channel, and it's not my first prepping channel, it's just I decided to get away from YouTube for several years. I quit. But I have in the past been I'll say flamed. I don't know. It's pretty good word for what's taken place in the past, where people told me that I was dishonoring God, calling myself a Christian and prepping. That Christians shouldn't prep because it shows a lack of faith on their part. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm sure you probably could have just think up your own things of how I would feel about those comments. There's no lack of faith on my part. Example, doctors. You know, there's cults out there that believe if you're sick, you don't go to the doctor. They won't take their children to the doctor. You know, God gave us a brain, an amazing brain, okay? And he gave us doctors and gave us rules of law and the thought to have police officers and firemen and, you know, everything that we need to help us survive as a society, even standing armies. God's given us a brain to use. Common sense and wisdom says if you're sick, you go to the doctor. You don't sit in your front room or lay in your bed and say, you know, well, God will heal me. I'll just ride it out. You know, I mean, if it's a cold or a flu, yeah, you know what? Your body will work it out. God's made an amazing body that he gave you, and it'll work out on its own in most cases. But if you're really sick and you need something, you have cancer, you want to tell me how people won't go to the doctor if they had cancer? You're going to go to the doctor. I can tell you personal experience. I just spent all afternoon, all night, the night in the hospital, and all the next day with my heart in AFib. For you that don't know what that means, it means that they had to put me on medicine to slow my heart rate, slowly lower my heart rate down low enough and slow it down enough that the two halves of my heart would get back in sync and it'd beep, beep, beep. They were very concerned, and they came in talking to me about it often. They were very concerned that I was going to get a stroke, or have a heart attack. If I'd have stayed at home and ignored it, they told me the chances were very high that I would have had a heart attack or a stroke. So, yeah, I believe in doctors. I believe in prepping. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of links to a couple of documents down in the description section down below that you guys can click on. There are two excellent documents that go in, you know, a fair amount of detail about prepping, and they give a lot of scripture and a lot of their own opinions of why prepping is definitely scriptural, not unscriptural. It's quite the opposite. So those links will be there for you. Another thing on prepping, I mean, if you think of this, we just had in the last 3 weeks, I guess, three hurricanes. Harvey, which, you know, trashed half a good portion of Texas, all of Houston, Corpus Christi, all that area. That area got it. Some of it made it over into Louisiana. Okay. They had Irma. That thrashed Florida and the Bahamas and Puerto Rico, you know, Dominican Republic area. Some of their islands. I don't remember the names of them. And then we just had another one. I don't remember what it was called. Maria or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But we just had another one. Okay? 3 hurricanes in 3 weeks. The island, the Puerto Rico island, which is U.S. territory, trashed. In fact, the mayor or whatever of Puerto Rico that was talking to the news people said that the whole island is just devastated. It's absolutely devastated. The entire island is without power. They expect it to take 3 or 4 months to get power restored to the island, and many of the towns are cut off from each other completely. Prepping is not unscriptural, and it's not stupid. It's common sense. Mexico just had earthquakes. A lot of buildings were destroyed. A lot of people are without their homes. A lot of people's homes are just kind of too thrashed to be in. prepping and having some supplies put away somewhere, whether it's in your home or in a storage building, or having a bucket in the back of your car that's got 3 or 4 days worth of food and water in it, is common sense. Okay, with that said, I won't belabor it. I want to give you a few scripture verses that I wanted to share with you, and then of course there'll be, like I said, links to 2 documents below. 1 Timothy 5:8, but if any provide not for his own, especially those of his own house, speaking of any man not providing for his own himself or his household, he hath denied the faith. He's denied the faith, and is worse than an infidel. 2 Thessalonians 3:9. If anyone is not willing to work, let him not eat. Okay, that's actually verse 10. It's 3 verses, but I'm just pulling out the key part. Verse 10 says, if anyone is not willing to work, he doesn't deserve a right to eat. Ecclesiastes 11:2, divide your portion to 7, or even 8, for you do not know what misfortune may occur on the earth. Things I just spoke of. Proverbs 6:6 through 9. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways. Become wise. Though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor all summer long gathering food for the winter. But you lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? Okay, here's another one. Proverbs 28:19. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies will have their fill of poverty. In other words, they're chasing fantasies. They're not doing anything. They're not storing up, and they're going to be living in poverty, and they get their fill of it. They're going to really hate it. Proverbs 21:20. Here's another one. The wise stores up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Pig out. Eat like a pig today. I don't know what's going on tomorrow, but I'm going to eat, drink, and be merry today. Fools gulp their food down. Wise people store up choice foods. So that's just a few. That's just a couple I wanted to share with you. There is nothing unscriptural about prepping. There is nothing that shows a lack of faith from a Christian who decides to prep. Nothing at all. So I just want to share that with you. Appreciate it if you give a thumbs up or thumbs down. I could take it. It's no problem. I won't argue. I won't get into arguments about this with you guys. If you do leave comments, I would like you to leave comments. The channel's new. I'm not getting any comments. I'm getting thumbs up and thumbs down, but I'm not getting any comments. I appreciate if you leave comments so I actually know what you think and know that you watched the video. That would be great. I am trying to grow the channel. There will be a video. I'm trying, like I said before, shoot for a video a week. I've already exceeded that. I've been putting out a couple of videos in the last 2 weeks a week, but at any rate, it'd be really great if you'd make a comment, tell me what you think. That's it. Have another video out shortly. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.